The United States of America quarter $1776 to 1976, popularly known as the Bicentennial Quarter, is one of the most historically significant and widely recognized coins ever issued by the U.S. Mint. It was minted in celebration of the 200th anniversary of American independence, marking 2 full centuries since the adoption of the Declaration of Independence in 1776. This quarter is part of a special commemorative coin series issued in 1975 and 1976, which also included similarly dated half-dollars and dollar coins. What makes the Bicentennial Quarter especially notable is that it was the first major redesign of the Washington quarter's reverse since its introduction in 1932, and its release coincided with a nationwide patriotic wave leading up to the United States bicentennial celebrations. Obverse design and inscriptions. The obverse front of the 1776 to 1976 quarter continues to feature the classic bust of George Washington, originally designed by John Flanagan. However, there are subtle modifications made to the design to better suit the commemorative nature of the coin. Most notably, instead of a single date indicating the year of minting, the obverse displays the dual date 1776 to 1976, highlighting the bicentennial span from the founding year to year of the coin's issue. The inscriptions include Liberty above Washington's portrait and In God We Trust to the left. The mint mark, if any, appears to the right of Washington's ponytail, just above the R in quarter. Reverse design and symbolism. The reverse back is where the Bicentennial Quarter truly stands apart. In place of the traditional eagle design, it features an image of a colonial drummer, symbolizing the American spirit during the Revolutionary War. This design was created by Jack L. AHR, whose work was selected through a national competition initiated by the U.S. Treasury to commemorate the bicentennial. The drummer is shown in mid-beat, with a stylized torch of victory to his left surrounded by a ring of 13 stars, representing the original 13 colonies. The inscriptions include United States of America around the top edge and $quarter at the bottom, with E Pluribus Unum above the torch. The design merges historical reverence with artistic boldness, reflecting the pride and unity of a nation marking a major milestone. Mintage and varieties. The Bicentennial Quarter was minted in massive quantities at 3 mints: Philadelphia no mint mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S. While most coins were struck in the standard copper-nickel clad composition, the San Francisco Mint also produced special collector versions in 40% silver, which were available in uncirculated and proof sets. These silver-clad versions were not released into general circulation and are distinguishable by their higher luster and sometimes different tone. The total mintage exceeded 1.6 billion coins, making one of the most widely circulated commemorative coins in U.S. history. The standard copper-nickel-clad coins are quite common, but the silver versions and high-grade proof strikes can carry collector value depending on condition and preservation. Cultural and historical significance. Beyond its numismatic features, the 1776 to 1976 quarter is a powerful symbol of American identity. Issued during a time of intense national reflection, the coin served as a tangible reminder of the country's revolutionary roots and the values upon which it was built: freedom, independence, and democratic governance. The bicentennial was marked by parades, fireworks, museum exhibitions, and public art, and the quarter circulated as a pocket-sized souvenir of that national celebration. The design's emphasis on a citizen soldier rather than a military general was a deliberate nod to the importance of ordinary individuals in achieving American independence. The Bicentennial Quarter also marked a shift in how the U.S. Mint approached commemorative coins. It was the first circulating coin to depart from the regular design tradition for such a widespread national event, paving the way for future commemorative programs like the State Quarter Series, 1999 to 2008, and America the Beautiful Quarters, 2010 to 2021. It also reflected broader changes in public engagement with history, education, and national pride during the 1970s. Collectibility and value. Although billions of these coins were produced, their historical and emotional value still makes them highly desirable to collectors. Circulated copper-nickel versions typically hold only face value unless in pristine condition. However, Uncirculated or proof coins, especially those in 40% silver, can range in value from a few dollars to over $20 or more, depending on condition and rarity. Coins in original government packaging, or graded by reputable agencies like PZS or NGC, also tend to fetch higher prices. Some collectors also seek out error coins, such as those with double strikes, off-centering, or planchet flaws, which are much rarer and more valuable. Legacy. Today, nearly 50 years after its release, the Bicentennial Quarter continues to appear in circulation, reminding Americans of the nation's revolutionary beginnings and the enduring legacy of its founding principles. It remains a popular entry point for new coin collectors, a nostalgic piece for those who lived the bicentennial, and a historically rich artifact for anyone interested in American heritage. Whether as a numismatic treasure or a historical souvenir, the 1776 to 1976 quarter occupies a permanent place in the story of U.S. coinage and the celebration of American independence next top. The 1999 Connecticut State Quarter is one of the most historically symbolic and artistically distinctive coins released under the United States Mint's 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. This specific coin, honoring Connecticut, was the fifth release in the program and marked a profound tribute to the state's foundational legacy and its unique role in early American democracy. The obverse of the coin features a classic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan in 1932, with inscriptions reading, "United States of America, Liberty, in God we trust," and the denomination quarter dollar. However, it is a reverse side that truly captures Connecticut spirit. Designed by sculptor T. James Farrell, the reverse features an intricately detailed engraving of the legendary charter oak, a centuries-old white oak tree in Hartford, which is one of the most enduring symbols of American resistance and self-governance. The story behind the charter oak dates back to 1687 during a critical confrontation between Connecticut colonists and the royal governor Sir Edmund Andros. Andros attempted to seize the colonial charter, which granted the colony a measure of self-rule. As legend has it, during a heated meeting, the candles in the room were suddenly extinguished, and in the chaos, the charter was whisked away and hidden inside the hollow of the great oak tree, thereby preserving the colony's political independence. This symbolic defiance against autocratic power made the charter oak a sacred emblem of liberty, and its depiction on the quarter immortalizes this revolutionary spirit. Surrounding the oak are the inscriptions Connecticut, the year of statehood, 1788, when Connecticut ratified the U.S. Constitution and became the fifth state, and 1999, indicating the year the coin was released. The Latin motto, E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one, appears beneath the date, reinforcing the ideal of unity among the states within the Federal Republic. What makes this quarter particularly fascinating is not only the detailed craftsmanship of the trees spreading branches and textured bark, but also how it uses a single natural image to represent a complex political philosophy. In terms of mintage, the Connecticut Quarter was produced in both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, marked by either a P or D mint mark, respectively. Over 1.3 billion coins were struck, ensuring that it became one of the most circulated and beloved coins in the series. Its wide distribution and symbolic depth made it a popular choice among collectors and educators, often used to teach students about colonial resistance and early American history. The charter oak itself no longer stands. It fell during a storm in 1856, but it was preserved and used to craft important historical artifacts, including chairs in the state capitol and other commemorative objects. Numismatically, the Connecticut Quarter holds value beyond its 25-cent face, particularly in uncirculated or proof condition. The U.S. Mint released special collector editions in both silver-proof and clad-proof versions, minted in San Francisco and marked with an S. These editions, often housed in protective cases, show the coins designed in sharp relief and mirror-like fields, making them highly prized among hobbyists. Additionally, rare errors, such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or double dies, can elevate the value significantly on the secondary market. The release of the Connecticut Quarter also sparked widespread public interest in state history and increased overall engagement with coin collecting during the early 2000s. It's worth noting that while the 1999 state quarters were primarily struck for general circulation, millions were collected and preserved in pristine condition due to their novelty, which has influenced their rarity and circulated grade over time. In educational terms, the coin story encourages civic pride and illustrates the concept of state identity within the broader national framework. Thus, the 1999 Connecticut State Quarter is more than just currency. It's a miniature monument to courage, independence, and the enduring value of liberty rooted in American soil next top. The 2003 Arkansas State Quarter, part of the United States Mint's 50 State Quarters program, is a commemorative coin that holds both numismatic and historical significance. Issued as the 25th coin in the series in the fifth and final quarter, released in 2003, it honors the state of Arkansas, which was admitted to the Union in 1836 as the 25th state. The coin's reverse design offers a vivid representation of the state's natural beauty and economic heritage, combining symbolism from Arkansas's rich landscapes, abundant wildlife, and significant natural resources. Featured prominently on the reverse side is a soaring mallard duck flying gracefully above a tranquil lake, a scene that highlights Arkansas's prominence as a haven for waterfowl and outdoor recreation. This duck is a nod to the state's extensive wetlands and its international recognition for duck hunting, particularly in the Delta region. Beside the lake is a cluster of rice stalks, symbolizing Arkansas's leading role as one of the top rice-producing states in the U.S. agriculture. Particularly rice farming, has historically formed the backbone of the state's economy. The inclusion of a cut diamond on the coin pays tribute to Crater of Diamond State Park, the only place in the world where the public can search for real diamonds in their original volcanic source and keep what they find. This distinctive feature highlights Arkansas's connection to gem-quality diamonds and its rare geological heritage. Encircling the image is the state's name, Arkansas. The day it became a state, 1836, the year of minting, 2003, and the national motto, E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one. The obverse of the coin maintains a familiar portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, which has been featured on all circulating quarters since 1932, albeit with slight modifications for the 50 State Quarter series. The inscriptions United States of America, $quarter, Liberty, and In God We Trust are also present. This Arkansas quarter was struck at both the Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D mint mark mints, and collectors may also find special proof versions struck at the San Francisco Mint, S mint mark, including both clad and silver proofs. Over 450 million circulation strikes were produced, making the coin widely available but still appreciated for its design and symbolism. Collectors value this coin not only for its aesthetic and historical content, but also as a milestone in the broader series that aim to educate the public about the diverse identity and heritage of each U.S. state. Overall, the 2003 Arkansas Quarter is more than a monetary instrument. It's a compact cultural emblem encapsulating the state's agrarian roots, ecological beauty, and geological rarity, contributing richly to the American narrative one quarter at a time next top. The 2017 Ellis Island, New Jersey, $quarter, issued by the United States Mint, is part of the Beautiful Quarters program, a series initiated in 2010 and running through 2021 to celebrate national parks and significant national sites in each U.S. state and territory. This particular coin, officially titled Ellis Island, New Jersey, was the fourth release of 2017 and the 39th overall in the series. It commemorates Ellis Island, the historic immigration station located in New York Harbor, which played a pivotal role in shaping American history. Although geographically associated with both New York and New Jersey, the coin represents the New Jersey jurisdiction, as a portion of Ellis Island lies within that state's boundaries. The obverse of the coin features a classic profile of George Washington, a design initially sculpted by John Flanagan in 1932, modified slightly for the Beautiful series. The inscriptions include United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, and $quarter. The reverse side of the coin, designed by artist Barbara Fox and sculpted by Phoebe Hemphill, captures a moving scene symbolic of America's immigrant heritage. It portrays an immigrant family standing at Ellis Island, with the backdrop of the main building of the Ellis Island Immigration Station, now part of the Statue of Liberty National Monument. The mother holds a baby. The father stands behind with a suitcase, and a young boy gazes upward, all echoing the hopes and dreams of the millions who passed through the island's gates between 1892 and 1954. The design is framed with inscriptions reading Ellis Island, New Jersey, 2017, and the program's motto, E Pluribus Unum. These inscriptions honor not just the site, but also the ideals of unity and diversity that Ellis Island symbolizes. The coin was minted in Philadelphia, P, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S, with the uncirculated improved versions released for collectors and standard circulation issues distributed across the nation. The edge of the coin is reeded, as is typical of modern quarters. While the coin was produced in high numbers for circulation, it remains popular among collectors for its historical value and emotional resonance. The 2017 Ellis Island Quarter is not only a tangible artifact of American numismatic art, but also a poignant reminder of the immigrant journey, the American dream, and the diverse threads that make up the nation's history. The coin serves educational purposes, raises awareness of historical landmarks, and acts as a cultural bridge, especially relevant in today's conversations around immigration and national identity. It remains a favorite among collectors of the America the Beautiful series due to its emotional depth, symbolic design, and the significance of Ellis Island in the broader tapestry of American heritage.